Hi all, and welcome back to the John Deere B restoration. Well, as you can see, we've got some components bolted back together. Front chassis, that main case, rear axle. No gearbox inside it yet. And there's the differential, PTO, gears and selector rod. And still missing that front pedestal. Well, I'm assured it'll be ready in the next few days, so hopefully it will, and then we can get it bolted on and get rid of the hoist then. So over here on the bench we have the gearbox laid out, or the gears of the gearbox. Seen them before. I just laid them out the other day just to get my bearings again. And literally to get some bearings. We needed 4 new bearings in it, some taper bearings and some ball bearings. I think they're down in this box here. Oh, getting a bit dark there. Yeah, there they are. So, ball bearing there. It's new departure bearing. Some numbers on that, can we see? Focus, no focus, maybe not. That one, and there's a couple of taper bearings. One there, I had to use the old trick of welding a rim around it, shrunk it and dropped out. So we took it off and there we go. So yeah, we've got the bearings ordered. So they hopefully will turn up for the next few days. And so I'm about to start installing the half shaft and the ball gears. Now this is the half shaft which had the bull gear on, which had the broken tooth. So I have the new bull gear out here which were painted. Again, I painted these things. I know it might not be to everybody's taste, but I think they show up quite well, and they also help with the video making, I think, to some extent. And we also stopped some rusting. And there's the nut down there for the half shaft. So yeah. So back into the workshop. So the first thing to do is to put one of these seals in. I can't get the old-fashioned these old-fashioned leather seals anymore. I could, when I rebuilt the BN that I have with the saw bench on, you could still get them. But certainly you can't get them spuriously now. I've just noticed there's a John Deere part number on there. But yeah. So what I've done is I've got a modern equivalent, and it's a double lip seal. There's a lip there and a lip there. And what you do is you, there's a washer goes in. I don't know if you can see that washer there. And then the bearing goes in like so. It looks like it goes in the wrong way, but it's not, because if you think about it, the oil is in this compartment, and therefore you don't want the oil going down the half shaft, and so the bearing goes in, what would you think is backwards, but it isn't. So we put that in, we put the new inner track in for the bearing, goes in here. And that's that bit done. And then on the half shaft we put the bearing spacer on, which is this part, and then you put the, I've got some new felts, I got these from John Deere, and put those on. Make sure you oil those when you put them together. They go together much better when they've got more oil on them. I'll have to put more oil on that one. That's the felt retainer. And then you get your bearing, which is there. I've recycled these bearings. These outer bearings are in good condition. There was no pitting at all on them. And then you push the bearing on down the shaft, and it nips the whole thing together. And then you've got your outer dust seal, come whatever, sits like that. So when it's in the tractor, when it's bolted on the tractor, it's like that. And there you go, job's a good one. And as you push this shaft in, from the outside obviously, you've got to have the bull gear inside the back axle and some sort of support so you don't damage the new seal on these splines. Usually a helping hand, someone gently easing it in while someone eases it through the seals and that. Now if you ever take these half shafts out, they're always covered in grease and gunge and muck, as you can see from the from John over here. I have Mr. Deere there, and then we've got Mr. John there, so I know which half shaft goes where. Now you see that grease on there, well that actually isn't all just axle grease. That is protective coating, because when you clean it off, the grease cleans off that's squidged out from the outer bearing when you're greasing them over the years. But the material, there's something on the axles that actually stop them rusting, which is, you know, makes sense really. So I will recoat this axle with something before I put it back in. I haven't decided what, but I suspect I'll use one of those good quality undercoat, wax undercoats that we use on our cars. But I mean, anything would do, grease would be okay, it'd be fine. So yeah, so there we go. So hopefully when I take another video, that half shaft should be put back in the tractor. It's a bit difficult to try and video me doing it while I'm putting it in, because I need all my hands, as it were. So okay then, there we go. Let's see what happens. But it's starting to look like a tractor again, after a fashion. Okay, thank you.